the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
They'll run here with Mixon. And a short pickup down inside the 10.
It's a gain of yards. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here now, 2nd down and goal.
On the quick, right?
From the gun, here's Stroud, and he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
By Cole Bishop, a loss of 7, brings up 3rd down and goal.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Schultz is the motion man. From the gun here on third down. Got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on fourth down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Cooper going in motion. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Allen working from the pistol. He's looking deep for Shaquille. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 1st down, it's Stroud. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And Yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket, but if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. In motion now, it's Collins. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They look to run with Mixon. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now, Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Texans are out to a 10-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
On second down, Allen. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
One more time going up top with Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. It's second down. Again, it's Allen to the air. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen on third down. That's caught. It's Amari. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down. Allen going to give it to Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's 10-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's into the hands of Diggs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. As they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Texans set to punt this one away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Now Allen on 1st down. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 31 yards. 1st down on the Bills.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. The Bills going to use their final timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
First and 10. Stroud gonna set up to throw. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And they're gonna move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up.
Final pass to kick off for
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. In motion now, it's Collins. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll get this to about midfield. Daniil Hunter with the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. They get 15 on that game. First down, Buffalo.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down. It's Samuel on the screen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Allen working from the pistol. Right side, hauled in by Samuel.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
First and goal. The 9-yard line.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's in! Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Texans 10.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
On first and 10, it's Cook. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Kamari Lassiter there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On play action, Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
We'll try and run here with Cook. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's Cook. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal. One more time with Cook. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time and take their chances?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll run. It's Cook. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. but now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 41-yard line.
On play action, Stroud. The second down throw is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. In motion now, it's Collins. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
They'll run right here with Cook. Not much there, maybe a yard. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. He's looking deep for Shakir. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A run with Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Cook. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. His kick is good. He got it. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a road win here for the Bills, and it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.